Okay. Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. What, that was loud. Please. Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. I'm Janaea.
I'm Lance.
And this is Lance and Naya. Today we have a
video.
Today we have an unpopular opinions video, relationship edition. I asked a bunch of my friends and people on Instagram for their unpopular opinions on relationships, and we're just gonna list out all of them. I'm gonna pick the top 10, and we're gonna give our responses to those unpopular opinions. Oh, and for those of you that don't know what unpopular opinions are, they
like
are
me.
Like him. They are opinions that are not held by the general public. Opinions that are out of the norm. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into the video. We also have cheese. We have Gouda and champagne cheese. It's a cheese platter that we made.
Cheese and meat and crackers.
Cheese, meat, and crackers.
Oh.
So the first unpopular opinion is, if you can call a guy a he should be able to call you a
Who? For me, like, that term for a woman is kind of like derogatory in a way, and it's like almost talking down to them, like from a guy's perspective.
But like girls call guys though. But like if a guy were to be like, if he were to come up to me and be like, hey, I would be like a little like, what the heck? You can't call me that. So yeah. I don't think it carries the same weight at all.
Like that word, I don't think the B is the opposite.
I don't think it's the equivalent. Yeah, it's not the same. So no, you can't call your girl a bitch. The I have a boyfriend culture, or I should say the I have a boyfriend culture, needs to be canceled. And I'll explain more.
Nah.
Like,
I like that.
If a guy comes up to you and he wants to talk to you, before he even finishes his sentence, girls would be like, I have a boyfriend. So this person is saying that that culture needs to be canceled.
I mean, yeah, but it's like, from my perspective, if you give a guy like the time of day, then he's gonna feel like, oh, she might be like trying to flirt back or trying to talk to me, or I might have a chance or whatever. My
opinion on that is, I do think it's like, I think it's a little rude that as soon as a guy starts talking to you, you say, I have a boyfriend. Because a lot of us women or girls, like, something we don't think about is the fact that it takes a lot out of a guy to even come and approach you in the first place. So to just shoot him down like that is kind of rude. So, you know, you just hear him out. If he's going into a spiel and a spiel and a spiel, then yeah, maybe you could say it. But like, at least let him say hello or whatever and be like, hi, and stuff like that. But don't be all into it.
But I think a better way is like if the woman would like sort of insert it in the conversation, like somehow, like if you're like, oh, if the guy's like, oh, so where do you work or whatever, and it's like,
I work with my boyfriend.
Yeah, or it's like yeah, I work at the same place as my boyfriend, or my boyfriend and I go to school together, or
or something. Yeah, but just don't be outright rude. Don't be mean about it. Don't be too nice, but don't be rude. That's what I'm saying. The next one. Okay. It's okay to tell your partner that they're gaining weight.
That's a popular opinion?
Unpopular opinion.
Oh, okay.
Because the popular opinion is saying don't say anything at all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be wary of your answer.
I know you are. That's why I gotta watch it.
No. Always fluctuating.
I mean, I feel like from my perspective, I would want to be told if I was gaining weight. So it's like, I'm okay with it. But I know I feel like that's a completely different realm if it was like the other way around. Yeah,
for a girl. Me personally, weight is a very touchy subject, and I think that's a touchy subject for a lot of women. So nobody wants to hear that they're gaining weight, but there's other ways to say it, like getting you and your partner motivated to do different stuff together, or like cooking healthier, or like going to the gym. But no, I don't think it's okay to outright say you're gaining weight.
But from like my thing too is like, if you don't hear it from your partner, who you want to hear it from?
No, you'll hear it from somebody. Somebody's gonna say something. Someone always says something. Okay, so the next one is women should be allowed to propose. I don't think I can ever get with this one.
This cheese is lit.
Do you like it? The champagne?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely not. Women should not propose.
Yeah.
I mean, not like an absolutely not, but like in a woman-man relationship, I don't think the woman should propose. I just feel like that's a tradition that's like,
it's not going to die. Yeah, I don't know.
but I agree with it.
I think, like, to me, when I see a woman propose, it's because the guy wasn't ready. And to me, a guy has to be ready.
Yeah.
Like, just because a man proposes, that doesn't mean that the woman isn't ready. Because most likely, like, they've both agreed on their relationship moving forward. But if a woman proposes, that means that a guy isn't proposing and she wants it to move a little bit quicker.
Because, like, what does the woman do? Get a ring for the guy?
I guess so. I don't even know what kind of ring. Is there an engagement ring for guys? There can't be. I don't think so. You shouldn't be proposing, girl. You shouldn't. Should not be
drop
getting down
hints
on
to
your
the
knees.
man, be like, yo, you need to put a ring on this quick.
Yeah, maybe do that, but don't
One of the ring pops or
propose.
something, you know?
I guess this one kind of relates to us. So you shouldn't move in together before you're married.
This really has to deal with us. This is what we're going through.
I personally think it's important to move on before you're married.
To move in?
To move in. Wow, not move on. To move in before you're married, because you're gonna learn a lot about the person, like, once you're married and you're moved in. And by the time you're married, like, you're already locked in and, like, you can't do anything about it. So I think it's better to move in before you're married.
Yeah, I think it's, like, very important to know your partner, like, as much as you can before you make that lifetime commitment to them.
Yeah.
So it's like you moving in with them. I mean, you're able to see a lot. Like, I can just tell from the nights that you stay over and stuff that it's like a lot of the things that you do and a lot of things you gotta work on.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Don't expose me.
No, but I definitely see a lot of, like, who a person is, like, once they start spending a long time with that person already. And it's like, if you just get married before knowing that, then it's like, oh wow, you're like this, like,
it's like, oh, I didn't know that, or like all this stuff about them starts popping up. Like, regardless of how much you know the person, like Lance and I have known each other since we were very, very young, and now I'm staying here, I'm learning a little bit more about him.
Yeah, and I'm vice versa.
Yeah.
And it's like you have to be okay with that in order to take that next step.
Yeah.
Which I'm okay with. You haven't moved in yet, though. So.
Yeah, coming soon. Okay, this is a good one. Your partner should hate everybody that you hate. What do you think about that one?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But what I do think is, let's say if you're a girl and you're not friends with another girl, and your boyfriend and that other girl are in public and they're talking to each other, then you're gonna look stupid. So
Yeah,
I don't think you guys have to have, that other person that you hate has to have a sound relationship with your significant other, but I don't think that they have to, like, display hate towards them or not say hi or not care about that person's well-being just because you don't.
So, situation. What if I had a female friend who I was close friends with, and then we got together and you got to be friends with her, and then, I don't know, something happened between you two and you started to not like her strongly. Like, would it be wrong for me to still hang out with my friend? Or?
No, she was your friend first. I wouldn't interfere with that.
Hey y'all, it's me, Janaea, editing this. I thought a lot about this unpopular opinion, and no, you don't have to hate every single person that your significant other hates. However, where that does become an issue is if that person that your significant other hates is actually becoming detrimental to their life, or if you having a relationship with them is affecting your partner's happiness. Nothing should come at the expense of your partner's happiness. You need to choose which relationship is more important to you. Do you rather be friends with that person that your partner hates, or do you rather care more about how your partner feels? Really, it's a discussion you should talk about with your partner and see how they feel in terms of you having a relationship with a person that they're not fond of. Anyways, back to the regular scheduled program.
Both women and men should pick up the bill.
I feel like the standard is like, oh, the man should always pick up the bill. But I feel that in the early stages of a relationship, like, the man should at least be like trying to pay for like some things, but I feel like the woman should also pay for like some things as well. I don't know, because it's like the man because we live in a world where you can split the bill.
Like, I feel like initially the guy needs to continue to pay the bill, like at least for the first 4, maybe 5 dates. And then after that, maybe 6, 7, 8. And then after that, like, the woman can pick up the bill.
Because, like, I think for us, it was like me picking it up for the most part.
The majority, yeah. Eventually, like, as a woman, like, you start thinking, like, okay, I want to pay for something too, so.
Yeah, and I think now it's like, because we don't even like discuss it really. It's like, it just happens and it's like, oh, you want to split it? Cool, sure.
Yeah.
Or it's like, oh, I got it this time. Or it's like, you got it this time. Or we try to like reciprocate. It's like, who did it last time? Okay, I'll do it this time. You know?
Yeah. It's not okay to discuss your relationship with your friends. And this unpopular opinion is actually my unpopular opinion.
Hold the presses. And we talked about that like the last video too, like the argument thing.
Oh yeah, but that's arguing in front of your friends. But I'm talking about taking your issues back to your friends.
I think so.
So you think it's not okay, or you think it's okay?
I think it's okay.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess just to voice it out to someone who's not your significant other. That's what your friends are there for, you know. And they can offer advice and whatever, and you can take it or you can not.
Well, so I think it's good to give your partner to get advice from your friends, but something that I also think that I think a lot of people don't think about when you're talking to their friends / family is you don't go to your friends or your family and brag about all the good things that your partner does. You go to them bragging about the bad things. So that view that your family or your friends have of that person, like your partner, is going to be a bad one because you're always talking to them about the bad things. It's important, like if you do choose to talk to your friends about it, pick a couple friends to do it with, or if you are going to talk to the entire group, make sure you also tell them all the good things that your man is doing too, because he's not all bad.
I agree with that. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Or pick a friend that like actually knows your significant other as well.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, like bring him around, introduce him, so like their opinion isn't solely based off of the things that you say.
So they see those good parts and then
yeah. That's good. Moving on. So don't listen to your family's opinion on your relationship.
I mean, you can listen to it. You ain't gotta hear it.
It doesn't have to be at all. Like, at the end of the day, I appreciate my family's opinion and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, it really is just the two of you guys, so.
Yeah, but I think, like, obviously your people, especially like your parents, are coming from some experience.
Yeah,
so it's it's important to like listen to that, because I feel like if I were to tell like my future kids like something, it's like I would imagine that, you know, I would want them to listen to me, because it's like, yo, I came from having the experience of like meeting their mother, or, you know, so.
I think you should definitely keep their opinions in mind for sure. And also realize, like you said, they see things that sometimes you may not see. So, and most of the time they end up being right. So maybe you really should listen to them for real.
But at the end of the day, it is your like relationship with your person. So it's like they may know like a lot of things, but they don't know the whole picture.
They don't know the whole story. So okay, having single friends is toxic when you're in a relationship. I guess that's what that person.
Nah,
I don't think that's toxic. I think like, so not everybody's gonna be in a relationship.
I gotta have my homies.
And just know your boundaries. Like if you're in a relationship, like act like it, but you can still have single friends. You don't have to be with someone because of history.
I feel attacked.
I feel like that's us.
No, I agree with that. Like if any person is not making you happy, like regardless of what you two had together previously, like you know,
it's not worth it.
Yeah, you gotta focus on yourself over anything else. So.
And just because you've been together for however long, it doesn't
poke me with the fork now.
It doesn't define your relationship. Like I think you said this the other day, like quality over quantity.
Yeah.
Like who cares if you've been together for 6 years? If you're not happy today, then you need to leave.
You can meet someone tomorrow that's like is
even better.
The one for you.
Yeah,
and
you've only spent one day with him.
Yeah,
so
even
it
though you
doesn't
spent
matter.
the last 10 years with someone,
this one person. Like, don't let history define your relationship, because that can go away in an instant. Okay, last two. People kind of said this in general, like social media ruins relationships. And not in the sense of your partner being on the phone too much. I think more so what people meant was like that conceived notion of what a relationship should look like. And I feel like that goes across the board, like Instagram, Twitter, or like YouTube even too. Like people are always saying like, oh, that's goals and stuff like that. But what y'all don't know is people put out the best versions of their relationship. Like it's rare that someone is gonna make an entire video about like the bad things that's happening in their relationship, or like post like, oh, we're fighting, or he cheated on me. Like most likely you're gonna see like the highs of everyone's relationship. So it's not a good thing if you think that that's what your relationship should look like, because reality check, like that's not what relationships look like. It's all the highs, like there's a lot of lows.
I like it.
Okay, this is the last one.
It's the last one.
This is the last one. I think this is the best one. Like I almost want to say this person's name for commending them.
You saved the best for last.
I did, because this one's really good. So happiness isn't found solely in a relationship. It can be found through friends, family, mentors, etc.
I like that. Yeah.
I like that too.
Yeah, because yeah, I agree with that. Like you don't need to be in a relationship to be happy. I think that's like that's the foundation of it. It's like you don't even need like relationships with like people or whatever to be happy. Like you can be happy on your own.
Yeah. That too.
Yeah, I do think it's likely for like a lot of people that they find people in their life that they like to have around, and that like helps them to progress in life or whatever. But like you don't have to have a significant other to feel that way.
Yes, you should. Happiness doesn't come from just a relationship. Like you can find happiness in so many other relationships besides just like a romantic one. There's happiness elsewhere. So,
and I feel like you should have that first, because it's like,
yeah, like that's
if you
so
just
important.
Rely on that relationship, like that person can like control you.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're not
you.
gonna find happiness in just that relationship. So build relationships with your mentors, your friends, your family, and stuff like that, and that romantic person will come along eventually.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right, guys, that's it for all of the unpopular opinions. Depending on how much you guys like this video, we might make a part 2. We are thinking about also doing...
depending on how long this video is, this might be part 2.
Yeah. We might have to split this video in 2. That's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
Then we don't have to post next week.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Anyways, so yeah, if you guys like the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to see more of us. We'll see you guys in our next video. Bye.